Hi, Jada.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you and to everyone tuning in.
Cherise, it's great to have you on. Uh,
Yes.
yes, it's Mentor Monday. So, on Mentor Monday, we just love to chat with local professionals, find out about your background, how you got to where you are, and of course, find out more about your organization. So, Cherise and I actually known each other, I don't know how many years ago that has been, but
It's been a while.
yes, but that was in a previous career that I've had as a journalist, and we both worked for the Virginia Pilot newspaper. So that was awesome. And now we're just full circle. We're both in senior level positions for our organizations. So, of course, I want to hear more about your role. So, I'll have you introduce yourself and what you do now, and we'll take it from there.
Sure. Well, thank you, Jada, for the opportunity. As Jada mentioned, I am Cherise Newsome. I serve as Vice President for Communications and Marketing for the Hampton Roads Community Foundation. We are a large charitable network of generous people, donors, nonprofits, and community leaders who want Hampton Roads to thrive. And the Community Foundation does that by giving out scholarships and grants and convening the community together to tackle important issues.
Awesome. Well, we love to hear more about it. So we're going to dive right into our questions. And those of you who don't know, Campus757 Council, and our goal is to better attract and retain college graduates in our area. So, of course, the best way to do that is to talk to other professionals who are here doing great things in the community. So first, we want to know, we understand your role now and kind of what you're doing a bit, but how did you even get to that point? So could you briefly just go over your career journey so far?
Sure. I will start with my college experience. When I attended Georgetown University, I did not know what I wanted to major in. And so I just wanted to share that to acknowledge that sometimes as young people, we don't always know what we want to do. And sometimes you just have to jump in with both feet and give things a try. So when I was at Georgetown, I knew I was interested in journalism, but I was not sure what to major in and not exactly sure what my next career step would be after college. And so I majored in theology and minored in English. I did several newspaper internships over the summer, and that helped to solidify my love for writing and my love for journalism. And I kept in touch. So that is one of my pieces of advice I would give to young people who are either in college or early in their careers. Keep in touch with the people who give you jobs and advice and experiences early on, because you never know how that's going to come full circle. So I kept in touch with the newspaper, and long story short, I was hired by the Virginia Pilot once I graduated from college. I was at the newspaper for about 11 years, and I worked a number of roles from editorial assistant to reporter. And I covered everything from the zoo to city government to the education beat, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time. From there, in 2016, I was really fortunate to get a job with Portsmouth Public Schools as the public information officer. And so that is a public facing role where you share with the community what's going on with the schools, and you respond to media requests and public information requests. And after being there for about a year, I got a promotion to director of communications. So I helped manage our website, our collateral, our presentations, and I got to tell stories about the school division. And what was so great is I also kept in touch. So that's my phrase for today, with my media contacts, having been a former reporter. And so whenever I had a great story to tell about the school system, I had those connections and was able to help bring that spotlight. Another thing I want to share, and feel free to interrupt me because I can go on and on, is that, while I was at Portsmouth, that was a career change from being a journalist to being in public relations. So I just want to share and encourage people that you may go through multiple jobs in your life. And I know, like, my mom's generation, so my mom was a teacher and taught for 40 years. And I think that's awesome. And I really honor and admire that. That has not been my path.
Right.
And so sometimes it can be hard to understand like what your path should be, because maybe the people around you have taken a different path. Maybe they've taken the path of entrepreneurship, or they've worked in trades, or they've, worked for a large employer or a small nonprofit. And so just know that you can chart your own path. And so since it was a career change, and I had a learning curve, I made sure that I got involved in some professional organizations like the Hampton Roads Black Media Professionals and the Public Relations Society of America, the Hampton Roads chapter. So another piece of career advice: whenever you are going through career changes and transitions, make sure that you get connected. So keep in touch and get connected, because at those through those organizations, I signed up for workshops, and I met other people, and I began networking. And it was at a Public Relations Society meeting that I reconnected with my predecessor at the Community Foundation. And her name is Miss Sally Hartman. I still keep in touch with her. As a matter of fact, I saw her yesterday. And she told me about an opening at the Community Foundation. And I applied, and I got it. So I enjoyed my time in Portsmouth. I was there for almost 3 years. And then I came over to the Hampton Roads Community Foundation as the multimedia director. And I got to work with Sally. And then Sally retired, and I was really blessed and fortunate to get promoted to vice president for communications and marketing. So that's my career journey.
You dropped several jewels that I kind of want to go back to. But definitely, and we'll get back to keep in touch, because I do want to ask you a bit more about that. But what really resonated with me, and I know I wanted to mention it during this time, as I mentioned earlier, I was a journalist before for almost 10 years. And it was a great career at the time. But kind of like as you hinted to, once you kind of join other associations and learn about other careers, dabble in things that you might not enjoy, then moving forward, that's not the type of career that you want. It's okay to have that experience. And I think I was reading something that said today the average job seeker has about 7 careers over their lifetime. So that's something to think about.
Wow.
It's changed so much from, like you said, our parents and grandparents, where they may be loyal to an organization for 30, 40 years. But things have definitely changed, and we don't want students to feel bad about that, but we want you to take the right approach to explore, the different options that you have. So thank you for saying that.
Sure.
And then one thing I know students do ask a lot about keeping in touch with mentors. I think that's the hardest part for them, is like, how do you keep in touch? So what are some ideas that you have, or ways that have worked for you, just to keep people on your radar?
Great question. So I think email is one of the greatest inventions of our lifetime. So get people's email addresses. Even go a little old school, if you will, and collect business cards. I know we don't use the Rolodex like we used to, but people still carry business cards. And remember, if you are in these intergenerational spaces, you will likely be around professionals who are accustomed to not only carrying business cards, but to receiving business cards. So as a career or professional person, you want to be mindful of the different, dynamics at play. That while, yes, I'm a millennial, I'm a geriatric millennial. I'm on the edge.
Elder millennial. Me too.
But I leverage that, right? And I say I can roll with the best of them. I've got the best of both worlds. So I still carry business cards, and I'm aware that other generations in the workplace and in the industry carry business cards. So it's nothing wrong with that. Still ask for business cards. Still carry a business card, but then also get yourself a digital business card, which I learned yesterday. So people can get QR code. So stay in touch by emailing people. You don't want to overdo it or underdo it. So I always encourage sending notes of greetings, maybe seasonally. Particularly if you are aware of certain cultural or holiday celebrations that person may enjoy. That will be a great time to check in. Whenever you have a career update or school update, share that with people. So for example, I'm back in school now earning my MBA at the College of William and Mary. When I enrolled in school, I sent notes to mentors and friends to say, hey, I'm earning my MBA. What advice do you have? Wish me luck. And that's just a simple way of keeping in touch, but also subtly, what that says is Cherise is trying to level up. So people are going to keep you in mind, when opportunities come forth. And so, that has happened. I've had people to say, hey, could you speak to, this student or this group about your experience? Even with you, Jada, just sharing where you are in your journey encourages other people to reach out to you. And LinkedIn is probably my second favorite. I love LinkedIn. Love LinkedIn because it is a professional platform where you can not only keep in touch with people but meet others in your industry or other industries. So get a LinkedIn account. I encourage you to stay professional up there. And by that, I mean post about work and have a good balance with posts of work and other things that you do even outside of work. And showcase yourself. I mean, sometimes it's good to be humble, but it's also good to be confident. And so, there's a balancing act there. But talk about your strengths and your journey on LinkedIn, and you'll be surprised at the number of people who reach out.
I agree. LinkedIn is like my number one go-to for networking, finding, potential people to work with and collaborate with. And what I love about your LinkedIn, so if y'all are on LinkedIn, please follow Cherise. What I love about her LinkedIn, just the type of work that I do, she'll give us ideas on folks that we can partner with or highlight a new organization or maybe somebody new to the area that she had lunch with. And it just helps with the overall community collaborations that we have to do in our jobs. So I appreciate watching her and then just seeing all the folks that she meets at her networking events. So networking events are super important just for meeting new people in your field. So awesome. All right, well, I'll go to the question that kind of talks about Hampton Roads, because as you know, Campus 757, we want to connect students to the area as far as employment, but also just being attracted to where you live, having fun things to do, being able to relax and unwind, and just making Hampton Roads your overall place. So what do you like to do, on your time off? I know you have so much going on, but what are your most favorite things to do in Hampton Roads?
Okay, Jada, I have 3 boys, okay, that you know about. So, every bit of time off I have, I am running behind my 11-year-old, 7-year-old, and 4-year-old. As a matter of fact, this weekend, I was, my little one is in a drumming program, and I was out there at one of their fundraisers, like holding a sign and a bucket, collecting donations. So I'm a busy working mama. That outside of work, that's probably my number one thing that I do. But in all seriousness, well, that is serious, but in other aspects, I enjoy going to professional mixers. So for example, like I mentioned, the Public Relations Society of America, and there's other organizations like YP Thrive, even the Connect 757. These groups host everything from social mixers, where they may meet at a brewery or they may go to a volunteer activity. Show up there. I think that is so important, just to meet people. I love going to coffee houses. So if there's, a community event or an open mic or a spoken word event, I'll go there. And lately I've started going to museums and museum programs. So I was at the at MoCA, the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art in Virginia Beach, a couple of weeks ago for a community poetry reading. And from that event, I will tell you, it was very compelling. So the audience was very respectful and quiet and just processing it all. But after that event, it was a great opportunity to network because there were professors there and business owners and artists. And so again, I had business cards. I followed up with email. People have emailed me. And so those are things that I like to do to get to know other people. It's good to have fun, let your hair down, hang out with your friends. Definitely do that. I was at the beach the other weekend. So, I enjoy all the wonderful things that Hampton Roads has to offer. I want to give a shout out to Ocean View Beach. I live in Norfolk. And so, right, whenever people think about beach, we just think of Virginia Beach, right, which is fantastic. That's actually where I was. And I love the beach, but I love how our area has multiple beaches. And so I just want to give a shout out to Ocean View Beach as well. So nowadays, a lot of employers, from what I gather, are looking at employees who are willing or open to, striking that balance, right? And so they want employees who are well-rounded, employees who work hard, absolutely, but also who get involved and give back to the community. And that's, for example, what the Hampton Roads Community Foundation is all about, inspiring philanthropy and changing lives. And one of the things I love about working at the Community Foundation is that it provides volunteer hours. So we are encouraged and supported in getting involved in the community and giving back. We get days off every year to roll up our sleeves, however, we see fit, with whatever causes we care about most, and give back. And so for young professionals, that's another way of, one, living out your values. Also, just showing up in those spaces where you can make a difference. I think that is so important. And I believe that employers are looking at it. So when you may be applying for that next job, you can put in your resume the places where you have volunteered. And I think that speaks volumes.
Absolutely. And that's a great kind of an industry trend to plug there, because we're seeing that more. And then we're also seeing that the next generation, they're looking for that connection with their employer and with their community. So, and that's a part of Campus 757 as well. So feel free to check our website. We have an event calendar where we compile different events in the area, whether it's social, civic engagement, fun events, just to help students feel more connected to our region. So definitely go ahead and plug your social media for the Hampton Roads Community Foundation. It may be already posted up here. I don't know. I can't see. But, everybody, please follow.
Yes. So follow the Hampton Roads Community Foundation at Hampton Roads CF. We are on Instagram, as you can tell, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Basically all with the same handle. So follow us there. We are most active on Facebook and LinkedIn, but our Twitter and Instagram pages are close behind. And we're growing our YouTube every day. As a matter of fact, if you visit our YouTube page today, the latest video we'll see is a recap of our annual Black Philanthropy Month celebration, which we held at the Chrysler Museum last week. So if you're interested in getting involved and giving back and learning about some nonprofits, that's something great to watch and tune into.
And also, as Cherise mentioned earlier, scholarship opportunities. So especially
Yes.
for high school students going into college, I know you all have every year or maybe ongoing scholarships for students to apply.
Yes. Thank you for that plug. I can't believe I didn't bring it up more prominently yet. So we are the largest grant and scholarship provider in the region. And so currently there is about 417 students on scholarship from the Hampton Roads Community Foundation. While amounts will vary, what's unique about the Community Foundation scholarships is that they are renewable. So you don't just get the money one time. The majority of our scholarships you'll get for up to 4 years of study. So they are need-based scholarships primarily for a range of interests and backgrounds and categories. So definitely encourage you to check out our scholarship page on Facebook. The other thing is our scholarship application portal will open December 1st, and then it's open through March 1st or thereabout every year. So start early to apply, and we'll always have information, opportunities that you can learn about, the scholarships we offer and how to apply. So yes, check out that Facebook page. And during scholarship season, stay tuned to all of our social media, but definitely apply for those scholarships.
Awesome. All right. Well, good stuff. Just thank you so much for joining us today. I love chatting with you. You're full of great information. So again, thank you for your time. And this will be, posted all day, but we'll also be posting on our YouTube for folks to view later.
Awesome. Thank you, Jada. You're doing a fantastic job. You and just Campus 757, keep up the great work, and anything I can do to support you, let me know.
Ditto. All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Happy
Take care.